Hi guys, welcome back. So today I thought I'd take you through how I'm using my current planner. I've had a few questions and emails about what planner I'm using right now and how I'm using it, the setup and all of that. So I thought that since I have sort of decided on a planner for the rest of this year, and I've honestly thought I'm pretty sure I'm just going to stick with this planner. I keep trying different planners and I love them at first and I always end up back in my Erin Condren. So that's what I am currently using, and I have realized after using my plum paper family planner, which I absolutely love and I really wanted to stick with it, but the way that planner is set up, you plan more task oriented. So you plan out the tasks for your day and not necessarily in a scheduled format. For me, I need more of a scheduled format. I need to know when I'm doing those tasks. Otherwise, I just feel like I have a huge list of to-dos and I'm not quite sure when I'm going to fit them into my day. So ultimately, that's why I ended up going back with the Erin Condren planner. Now, another thing is that I am a very categorized type person. I like things to have their own category and designated space. I don't necessarily want a planner that I have to make a lot of changes to in order for it to work for me. And at first, I couldn't really figure out how to make everything work in the Erin Condren. That's why I ended up looking for other planners and switching. And then it dawned on me one day that I can, in fact, make these categories in my current Erin Condren planner work for me. So I'm going to take you through the entire setup of my 2015-2016 Erin Condren Life Planner. So this is the 18-month planner, and I did just get a new fall cover, which I'm loving. And then these paper clips are from Just Planet. They are an Etsy shop that do monthly kits. And these paper clips were included in their October's kit, which I will be doing a review later on this week on their October kit, so you can see more of that. So when you first flip open my planner, I have my dashboard. And this is just actually a divider from Erin Condren. It's a notebook divider, the 7x9 size. And I just had it written dashboard on the bottom. And I keep my sticky notes here. These are the Erin Condren sticky notes, which I really love. They fit really nicely inside the boxes. I like the page flags also. So I use those. And then I have these page flags that I use for a lot of my pre-planning. So I do some color coding. The pink is for my 31 business. The orange is for my daycare. Yellow is for any really important things that I need to stand out. Green is for my finances, and blue is for my YouTube. So I use those page flags to do a lot of pre-planning. And then on the back I have my larger sticky notes, which I use in the monthly view a lot, the note page before the monthly view, I should say. So they are color coordinated also, and the pink is for anything pertaining to my home, the orange is for my daycare, the teal is for YouTube, and purple is for 31. So there are tons and tons of videos right now walking you through the specifics of the planner, so I'm not going to do that as much as I'm going to show you how I'm using it for myself. So I didn't really write anything on here yet. I plan on just having my name there. And then I obviously don't really use these for any functional type thing. They're just more decorative. I do like using this year at a view. It's actually 2015, July of 2015 through December of 2016. I do refer to this often just when I'm trying to look ahead, and if there's a specific date that somebody asked me about, or I sometimes just need a visual of when the days are in the year. So I like using that for that. And then this page here, this double side, I really like this, that they added it into the new planners. You can really make it your own, and for me, I'm using it as personal goals. So I just write down specific goals that I want to work on. As you can see, I don't have too many goals written down yet because I really want to focus on the ones that I do have written down and try to really follow through with those goals before setting new goals for myself. So I have a weight loss goal that I'm really trying to work towards, and a financial goal that I'm trying to work towards. And those are two things that I have written down. I have my goal. I have, how I'm going to achieve that goal. And for my weight loss, I even wrote the reason why I have that goal set in place, just for some motivation. So I really like having this page too for my personal goals. And now I'm going to flip over to a month that I'll flip over to October's note page before So before every monthly view, there's this note page that's added in, which again, I love. And I use this note page to just plan out different areas of my life. So again, I use these sticky notes, and I just have one for home, daycare, YouTube, and 31. It helps me when I have those sticky notes just quickly visualize the different areas, because I do that color coding, so I know exactly, you know, in which category I need to focus on, or, you know, write certain things in. And I also like it because if I'm working on something, I can easily just take out the sticky note and you know, refer to that, and then I can always just put it back. So I really like having the sticky notes right on that note page. Now for my monthly view, I'm going to flip over to December because October and November is already planned out. But for December, you can see this is how it starts, just really bare. I do have these stickers over here which say Bill Due. They're from Libby & Co. I use the monthly view for my finances. I really like to do my budgeting on this page. Again, I just need to see the month as an overview and when things are due and whatnot. And I also write in just important things that I know are going to happen, birthdays, certain events that are pre-planned that are going to you know, happen on a certain day, and that sort of thing. I just like using this page as my finances and just an overview as a whole. So the way I do my finances is I have, again, just these stickers here that say Bill Due, and Fridays is when my husband and I get paid. So my husband gets paid every other Friday, and his is obviously the larger paycheck of the two, and then I get paid on all Fridays. So what I do is I write down all of the bills that are due to come out of those specific paychecks. So I have all of our, you know, I write our income that is expected to, you know, our expected income for those paychecks, and then all the bills that are due for that paycheck, if that makes sense. So that way I know exactly how much money is going in the bank and how much money is going out of the bank, and how much we can save, how much we have for extras, and all of that for every single paycheck. And then over here in this column is where I write all of our bills due for that month, even the extra things like birthday parties, weddings, holidays, you know, all of that gets written down here and budgeted for each specific month. And I also have like the day that they're due on. So just because we have, you know, a paycheck here on this Friday, I might have a bill due on the 8th. So I will write in the bill on under here, just so that way I know at a quick glance exactly how much needs to be taken out of that specific paycheck. But over in this column, I have the actual due date, when that's due. So I'll know when to pay it. And then I just cross it off when it's paid. So that really has helped me a lot on staying on top of bill pay and also just budgeting as a whole. So now we'll get into the weekly view, and let me see, I'm just going to go to the current week that we have. So I do have this little dashboard here, and again, I have all of my color-coded sticky notes. I have one for home, one for daycare, one for YouTube, and one for 31. This dashboard can be moved from week to week. It just snaps in and out. And I use this to write down certain things that I need to do within the month that are not specific to a week. So that way I can just, if I have time, I can, you know, focus on that area. Or if I'm writing out my to-do list for the week, I can look down here and say, okay, I need to focus on this, and you know, I can write that on during this week, and I can write it down in my to-do list. So that just kind of helps me stay organized and focused on what tasks need to be done, again, just in specific areas of my life that are not really even specific to, it doesn't have a time frame. It's just something that I'd like to get done. And then I use, this is what I was talking about with the categories. So with the new Erin Condren life planners, they took out the headers, which I really like that. I'm really glad that they do not have headers, because I use the headers for specific categories. So the first header here, which is blank, is used for my daily spending. So this is not bill pay. This is not what would necessarily be on my monthly budgeting. This is personal spending. So that way I can keep track of what I am spending, and if I'm spending too much, or you know, if I have a little wiggle room, I can quickly glance at that and realize it. If this is full every single day, I know I'm spending too much and I need to cut back. So I really try to keep track of my personal spending on this first header. The second header is where I list my household chore for the day. So I like to break up my chores daily, and so instead of just having one day to clean my entire house, I'm sort of breaking it up now. So for example, Monday is zone 1, which is my bedrooms and bathroom area, and that's the day I also gather the trash together, make sure all the trash cans are empty and that sort of thing. Tuesday, trash day and zone 2. Wednesday is meal plan. Thursday is zone 3, Friday is our paperwork, Saturday I do not have a task for that day, and then Sunday is week prep. So again, I can just glance at this area right here and I know exactly what my household chore is for the day. And it's placed really nicely because in the afternoon when the kids are napping is typically when I do my afternoon or my household chore. So I know that's sort of something I can focus on in the afternoon. And then this third header down here is where I put the meal plan for the week. So I just list all of the different meals that we have planned out for the week. And again, it's right before my evening box, so I know that's a good spot for it. It's right as I'm, planning for the evening, I can look at what we're having for dinner and that sort of thing. And then these 3 boxes I just use as morning, day, and night, and that works really well for me. And like I said, this format of planning really seems to be the most productive for me. I feel like I get more done when I'm planning things in this way rather than task oriented, if that makes sense. And then the lines down here is where I write out my my work activities for the day. So I am a home daycare provider, and I also do YouTube videos and have a 31 business. So I do a lot of pre-planning for those areas, and I needed a spot to, have those areas planned out. So the first 3 lines are for my daycare. I write who's coming for the day, our circle time activity, and then our craft or activity table plans for the day. The 4th line is dedicated to my YouTube videos that I would like to post that week. And then the 4th line is for my 31 business. So anything that I need to work on for that day, I write down in that last line. And that's working out really well. The top up here is where I like to put in the weather because dressing kids for school and stuff, I like to know what the weather's going to be like. I also write anything that's going to be happening, like birthdays, like up here. If I have a birthday, or something that pertains to the entire day, I just do a little highlight up there, and so I know that that's the, pertaining to the entire day, rather than just having a specific time within my day. I use this little thankful thought box a lot to either just put quotes or, something that I am thankful for the week. I like having that sort of like as a little journaling section. And then these lines over here are just my to-dos that I need to do within the week, but are not specific to a certain day. So that's really how I set up my weekly and monthly. And then we'll go over to the notes section. So in the back of this, there is a note section. Again, I just got another divider that says notes, and I really wanted a divider here because I like how there's a blank spot here. So I can take my sticky notes and put notes that are not permanent, things that I don't need permanently, but just, random notes sometimes that you need to have on hand, I'll put here. I do have a separate notebook dedicated to all of my long-term notes, but these are just sort of like, disposable notes, things that I just need to remember for even, let's say, like a week or so, and then I can get rid of, I put here. I use the rest of the notes pages sort of as just like personal things, which I have not filled out very much yet, but this is what I plan on using it for. So this first page is for books. The back page is also for books. Then I have a section for TV shows that I'd like to watch, and again on the back page, more TV shows, and then a page for movies. So that way I can just, if I'm looking for a book or a show or a movie or anything like that, I can refer to my planner and I know like there's an ongoing list there to refer to. And then I use the graph pages. Well, I haven't yet, but I'm planning on using the graph pages just for inspiration. Anything that I find inspirational, whether it be a quote, something from a Pinterest board, pictures, fall style, or like, just fashion styles, anything like that. Anything I find inspirational, I can use these pages for. And then I'm planning on using the blank pages, which are after the graph pages, for sort of like journaling. So if something happens, you know, like, have you heard of like the smash books? That's kind of what I want to use this for. So just sort of like getting my thoughts down, doing a little journaling, you know, things that I would like to remember. I want to have that in here. I have a separate home management binder, and I used to use these pages as my home management binder, and it was just kind of like it was getting a little bit annoying transferring every single year the information from my home management stuff into a different binder, into a different planner. So now I like to just have it in a separate binder, and these pages are more just personal pages. The stickers in the back, I do use some of the stickers. I mean, I haven't been using them very much, but I just started getting into kind of using those for different things. And the pocket back here, I obviously just use to stick like things that I want to, you know, keep on hand. And then I do have my perpetual calendar, which I write birthdays and anniversaries in there. And I also have some passwords that I need. And then I usually don't use this clear pocket very often, but yeah, that's there. And then I just have a notepad. I feel like I'm always making lists, or like, you know, grocery lists or any Walmart lists, anything like that. So I like to have a notepad that's right in here. And that's it, guys. That's how I'm using my planner. I really, like I said, feel like it's working really well for me. And, you know, I know I've said this before about other planners, but for now, I think, you know, I keep coming back to the Erin Condren style of planning, and I just feel like it is working out really well because I do have those separate categories. I can use the headers as separate categories, and I still am able to plan using the morning, day, and night format, and I do have a specific place to put my work tasks also. So this is really, you know, just an amazing tool for me. It really helps me a lot stay organized and on top of things. So yeah, that's how I'm using my 2015-2016 Erin Condren Life Planner. And tomorrow I will be back to show you how I'm organizing the supplies that I use most often for my planner. So thanks so much for watching, guys.